What up, y'all?
Yo, what's up?
Welcome to Six Slayers Live, man. We going live. We're gonna be doing this quite often because we got a lot to talk about. Um, this is where we bring it to you and y'all bring it to us. So definitely, we want your comments. We want your interaction here. We got a lot of lively topics as you can see. The script, the rundown, to the right of your screen. I'm Mike the Sixth Slayer. I'm chilling here with my main man, Mark the Honorable Villain. What up, dog? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, Mike? It's good, man. I'm in my little fit, man. I'm ready, man.
Suited and booted and well executed, man. You know, um, we're gonna be giving away stuff tonight, y'all. Uh, we hear there's word on the street is Absolute Batman is a pretty hot book, and so we'll be giving away Absolute Batman number ones. You know, we got here we go. You know, we got the blank here, and then we got two cover A's. These are for you guys here. Oh, let me cut my comments on here so I can see what's going on over here. And then we got Instagram over here. So there we go. We got three of them. So I'm just going to hold here in case anybody is watching us. We have three Absolute Batmans to show everyone. I mean, to give away. And all you have to do is comment. Look at our
Don't be
topic.
like me. Don't forget to pick up your issue. Don't be like me who forgot to pick up my issue, man.
Well, I mean, they sold out from what I hear, man. They sold out real quick. And so all you have to do is comment. The best comment wins based on our four awesome titles that we have here. So, please join the chat and comment, and we'll be giving away these awesome Batmans. What you got? I hear a little echo here. You got a little echo? Yeah, cut that off, please. These awesome Batmans. 1, 2, and I got 3 of them that we're going to be giving away. And all you have to do is comment. That's it. And so tonight is going to be a great night. When everybody hop on, we're still waiting on people to hop on. But since we live, we're going to do my spiel anyway. Please like and subscribe. Once you hop on, we got a lot of dope content on the Six Layer Station. Please check it out. We have tons of content. I mean, tons of interviews. Mark, what's your favorite interview that we've done in the last month? Because we've been interviewing people, whether it's been released or soon to be released. What is your favorite experience so far?
Well, we just had the great Dan Jurgens, man. Yeah. Writer, artist Dan Jurgens, the man who killed Superman. Great man.
Yeah, man. Dan Jurgens, that was dope. We just interviewed Dan Jurgens on Tuesday. I gotta say, for me, I gotta say Dan Jurgens too, man. Dan Jurgens was like a surgeon the way he answers questions. I mean, very concise, succinct, but he was very in depth. And so you guys will really enjoy the Dan Jurgens interview. That interview will be premiering on the Six Layer Station. I want the Johnny Bravo Batman issue. Okay. Hey, I see that, Kyle Rayner. All you have to do is keep commenting. Best comment wins. Let me put that up right there. Let me put
They're already in there, man.
Best comment wins. So if you want one of these, best comment wins. I have 3 Johnny Bravo Batmans. I love that. Johnny Bravo Batman issue. Best comment wins all night. Comment away. We will go through them all at the end of the night and through the night as well. And so we got 4 great topics. But before we get into that, and as people start matriculating in to the chat, I wanted to let everyone know that, as always, each week we have the process. And I got to show you guys this stuff. the process is killer right now. It's killing it. As you can see here, David Barron is doing the dang thing with this Wizard 16 jam piece. Now, this is a 4-parter here. And so you have we had Rob Liefeld, the first part. What up, nerds? What up? Signature King is in his house.
Yo.
What up to him?
What's up,
What
Tony?
up? Signature King is in the house. Like I said, Rob Liefeld did the first one. Then we had Sam Keith, Dale Keown, and then today premiered on a 6-layer station. We had Death Blow by Jim Lee. And you see that all in the background. Got this big old jam piece here. So please watch the process every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific on the 6-layer station, guys. I'm telling you, this dude is killing it. We got a lot of dope stuff. This is just the beginning. We're already 10 episodes deep, Mark. What's your favorite part about the process?
The process, I like the little tidbits that David gives out, man. Every now and then you get a little fact while you're watching it. And then David's so knowledgeable about the industry and everything, man. So you get a little insight of what he knows.
Yes. I gotta say that I gotta agree with that. The pop-ups are awesome. This particular episode is, I think this is the last episode. Yeah, so this is the Jim Lee Death Blow. This just premiered today. You see that? That's the finished product. But in 2 weeks, we're going to have a director's cut where you will hear straight from the horse's mouth, David, and get more of his process straight from him. And I see this cool ass 6 layers outro. I love it, right? You'll get to see his get to hear from his mouth the process during this extended director's cut. Will you see all 4 parts together? And David's going to break some stuff down. It's going to be awesome. I want you guys to check it out, man, because he's really killing it. And he's going to be doing things that he's working on too. So everything is evolving. So eventually you guys are going to see stuff that's going to be on the stands on the process. And so it's going to be happening sooner than you think. So, you might get some sneak peeks of some covers or some pages or some panels and upcoming issues of the process. I mean, I got a bunch of these. Mark, I got to tell you, it's been so fun working with David on this stuff. Just being able to get up close and personal with comic book art and being able to, edit it. It's been great. We're out here living the dreams, man. I just wanted to let everyone know, I'm going to be going back and let everyone, the best comment wins. Okay. Best comment wins. And what are they winning? I don't know if you have these.
Absolute Batman.
Johnny Bravo Batmans. That's what I'm hearing. Johnny Bravo Batmans or Absolute Batman. Right. And I have 2 cover A's to give away and a sketch cover. What would you get and who would you get on these sketch covers? Best comment wins. Best comment wins. Yeah, he said he wins. Best comment.
Well, how many other people have commented so far?
Right
everyone
now,
that's watching, come on, try.
So everyone is watching. Please hit the like button, by the way. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you're on YouTube, please do that. If you're on IG, hop over to YouTube whenever you get a chance, because we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. So now we're moving on to Comic-Con recap. So Tony, I hope you stick around because we're about to talk about some Comic-Con stuff right now, and it's going to be great. So we got some foreshadows, but the first thing we're going to talk about with the Comic-Con news is this weekend, this Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific. So that's 12 p.m. Eastern. The open enrollment for San Diego Comic-Con badges. So this is the grand rat race, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Cue up your computers. Get your clicking fingers ready. Call your homies. Call your homegirls. And try to huddle up and piece up on some badges. This is when it starts, right? And you know what? You know what comes with Comic-Con registration, Mark?
What's up?
Disappointment. Someone will be disappointed, okay?
Yeah.
Because you go in wanting one thing, and then you might not even get the day you want. You might not get a day at all, and that's the biggest drag, okay? So crew up. I just want to give somebody some tips real quick. If you're trying to register for San Diego Comic-Con, that's this weekend, Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Okay. Number one thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have your Comic-Con member ID ready and handy. Have it ready and handy. Like, so get all that crap done now. Okay.
Be logged in.
Be logged in. Be logged in, because after that, it's gonna be your fate's gonna be with the gods at that point. The gods gonna be like, do you deserve to go or don't you deserve to go? That's what it's gonna be like on that day. So the very least you can do is get all your ducks in a row. Get your membership ready, ID ready for Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. But then the other thing, I highly recommend you get on some type of computer, a laptop, a desktop, and Ethernet cable, strong signals. Some people, if you want to test the faith, do it on your phone, okay? But I don't recommend it. No,
I don't know, Mike.
What are you about to say? You about to say something that what?
So one time I've gotten it on my phone, man, before. So
that's one time. Sure. Come on, let's not set these guys up for failure, Mark. Come on, man. Like, let's be smart.
The Ethernet cable is smart.
Be smart. Don't do it on your phone. I've been going to Comic-Con for over 2 decades now, almost 2 decades. No, this year would be 2 decades, right? Of participating in this rat race. And I tell you right now, doing it on your phone is not the way to go. That's you being lucky. So you saying that you got lucky is not a recommendation. So let's not go there. But and here's the other tip, guys. Crew up. Like I said, piece up on a badge, right? Meaning if you in, a couple homies to get in too. So the more people that are involved in this rat race, the higher the probability that you might get something. Some people just want something. Now, if you're traveling, I would assume you want more than one day. It would suck if you just get a Sunday and then you have to fly out, do whatever on a Comic-Con Sunday. That would really suck, to be honest with you. But the goal is to piece up, have people logged in their own devices, and somebody breaks in or everybody breaks in, right? And so that's all I have. Okay, there's not much rhyme or reason. I'm not some tech person. I don't know how to crack in on the back end of the server or anything like that. I'm no IQ on bond. But I'll tell you this: a lot of people try to do all that member ID stuff the day of, and that's not the way to go. Mark, can you're hooked up already, right? You already squared away for next year?
Hey, man, it was my first time getting in last year, and now I got my 5 days. So I'm all set, man. I already got my place set up. I got my pad set up. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for them to announce the people who's going to be there.
He is locked and loaded, man. He's locked and loaded with all of this. You're ready to go. I got to join this rat race today. This weekend and see what happens. But there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So we'll see. I'm trying to, when there's a will, there's a way, and I'll leave it at that. But right now, I'm going to see what I can do. And we have a couple different crews on the job. So we'll see, fingers crossed, if we can get the coveted preview night, because that's what people want. Did you get preview night?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got the whole enchilada, man.
You got the whole shebang.
Everything. The whole shebang, man. Last year, I only got Thursday and Sunday, and that's all I needed, man. Now I made it in all 5 days.
I just want everyone to know I'm giving away Batman, absolute Batmans. I talked about it on Instagram. yesterday. We're giving these away. Best comment wins the prize. So right now we're talking about Comic-Con. If you have any good Comic-Con suggestions, best comment win. Throw in your Comic-Con suggestions, like how to get in, like best
Tips and tricks.
comment wins. It could be the wrong suggestion, okay? But the best comment will win, okay? So right now we're talking about Comic-Con recap, and this Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, is the open registration for San Diego Comic-Con. So you definitely, if you're interested, if you're one of those hardcore people like us, you want to get in that Ocean's 11 style rat race, that is San Diego Comic-Con. We'll be there. The 6 layers will be there. So definitely, do what you got to do. Follow our advice. Follow the people's advice in the chat. What is the best advice you can give for San Diego Comic-Con? Get in the bag, Stash fam. Let them know in the chat. Instagram, let them know in the chat. YouTube, let them know in the chat. We want to know how you get in San Diego Comic-Con consistently. Let us know in the chat. The best comment wins. A Absolute Batman #1, first print, cover A. That's the one. You know what I found out, man? That Absolute Batman is a hot book. That's what I found out.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk more about that later on. But I just want everyone to know, best comment wins tonight. You get Absolute Batman #1 straight from Stash Wars Live. All right, so moving along, there's a lot of stuff happening at this weekend. Like I said, we talked about San Diego open registration, and then there's another convention. Okay, we have Memphis Comics Expo coming. I'm going to be in Memphis this weekend, seeing these great talent right here. I'm just going to just rattle off some names. You got right here. You got Kevin Nolan. That's what I want to see, Mark. All right.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Mark, you got Mark Bagley, right? You got Mark Bagley there. Maria the Wolf, we just interviewed her about a month ago on the 6 Layer Station. If you are a fan of Maria the Wolf, please check that out. Okay. Frank Cho, I love his covers. His commission covers are always delightful. His Doomsday Clock commission was great. I see Speed Mike 24 in the house over there on IG. James O'Barr, Mark, is going to be at Memphis Comics Expo, the creator of The Crow. The Crow was real big when I was growing up. Can't wait to meet James O'Barr. Larry Hama. This dude, is synonymous with G.I. Joe, man. Larry Hama is going to be in Memphis this weekend. Going to check that out. It's going to be a low-key show. That's why I want to go. You got good names, plus it's low-key. Daryl Banks is probably the #1 person I want to see. GL extraordinaire Daryl Banks is going to be there, and I hope to get some kind of sketch from him. I got to get there bright and early. And then we have Ron Mars. You want to tell them about Ron Mars, Mark?
Yeah, we just did an interview with him, man. The great Ron Mars, the origin of fridging, man. The man that did Emerald Twilight. He was also on Marvel vs. DC, man. So,
if you want to know how to put somebody in a refrigerator, go to Ron Mars. Ron Mars will tell you how to do it the good way, the good old-fashioned way, okay? With an old-school refrigerator, man. So Ron Mars, I can't wait to see him this weekend. Daryl Banks is somebody, like I said, he's #1. Michael Cho is another one that I can't wait to see. I'm pretty sure a lot of Spider-Man fans want to see Mark Bagley. That guy is synonymous with Spider-Man as well. And then Kyle Hotz. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I will see him this weekend and get that clarification. Kyle will be featured on next week's process with what is it called? A DC versus Vampire?
DC versus Vampires World War V cover.
Yeah, DC versus
And
Vampire World War V cover number 5, issue 5, and that's featuring Kyle Holtz and David Barron. So this is a published piece here that's never before seen. You can't even see it on the internet right now. Okay, so we got it hot.
was that David's process or published process that the episode's going to be on?
What do you
The
mean?
one that he sent to DC. So that's his process that he sent out to DC.
Well,
cover?
it's a cover. It's a cover. I mean, the process is us. So yes, it's a published page. If that's what you're trying to say, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a published page, and never before seen. Not page, a cover. Never before seen. You will see that next week on the process. So the process is on the 6 Layer Station, only on YouTube. Please subscribe. You can subscribe right now. It is free. Won't cost you no money to subscribe to the 6 Layer Station. And so we're still talking about Memphis Comic-Con. Like I said, here's a couple other names I have. This more than just that. Miss Jarrett is going to be there. E.M. Gist is going to be there. I mentioned Michael Cho, Kevin Nolan. I'm going to keep saying his name over and over and over again because I can't wait to see that. See him. Kyle Baker will be there as well. So, but these names right here on the screen, Stash Fam, these are the people that I'm most excited to see. I have a feeling that we're going to have an awesome time at Memphis Comic Expo, as well as we're going to cover it the only way 6 Layers cover conventions. So you're going to see plenty of footage, plenty of on the scene interviews, and dope Sig slaying B-roll footage, those dope Sig slaying montages that we do. You will see that all sometime next week on the hills of Memphis Comics Expo. So we're all over the country, man. So one minute we're in LA, 1 minute we're in Memphis, 1 minute we're in Chicago and Philly, MegaCon.
Baltimore.
That's coming up, Baltimore. So we're all over. 6 Layers. We are worldwide. Lake Como. But this weekend, we will be at Memphis Comics Expo. And I wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck, because I'm looking to get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 sketches from these guys. So I don't want to go home 1 for 3 or 0 for 3 for that matter. So Memphis Comics Expo is this weekend. And just so you know where it's at, it is at the Renaissance Convention Center. And this is the first time it's been there, I think, in a while. So it's going to be fun, man. It's a good place for all different types of comic book collectors and comic book fans. And I'm really looking forward to it. So that's the second thing we want to talk about as far as our Comic-Con news. But then finally, we'll be remiss not to talk about one of the big daddy conventions, New York Comic-Con. That was this past weekend. Oh my goodness. I don't think I had so much FOMO in my life, man. Jeez. I wanted to be.
I
you know
know,
what?
man.
You know, Mark,
What's up?
I never got this question answered. Put it in a comment. It in a comment. All right. How much was the Ghost Machine sketch covers, man? Like, there was a bunch of them that were at Midtown Comics. I never got a price on them. I mean, they did a scroll or a pan across them, but I couldn't get close, tight enough to get a price tag.
Yvonne Hess had like 10 of them. Jay Fabok had like 5 of them. 2. Brian Hitch had some really good ones, and they each did their own special characters. So Brian Hitch did a Red Coat one. Jay Fabok did a Rook one, and Yvonne came up with a bunch of Hyde Street ones, and they all looked good, man.
They look good. I just want to go over here and look at the Instagram comments. The homie Endless, I'm going to get him. Thank you for that, homie. And I don't need luck. Okay. Well, you know what? Out of humility, I always like to thank the stash gods up there, because things can go south real quick if you get too full of yourself. You know what I mean? So I like to be right there in that middle of I like to be Jordan-esque. There we go. But yeah. No. So New York Comic-Con, You mentioned all the different Ghost Machine variants, a sketch variants. I don't know if they're the 1/1000 variety, but we know that they were official sketch covers by the artists from Ghost Machine. Like Brian Hitch did a bunch. Francis Monopole did some as well. Gary Frank, and this dude is so elusive. I don't know where I'm going to be and where he is going to be when we are in the same building. Jeez, I need to meet this guy. So elusive. I thought it was going to be in Chicago, but it wasn't.
It's kind of weird that you guys haven't been in the same place together, man. Gary Frank's your alter ego.
It's. I don't know, man. I could be Gary Frank. You never seen us in the same building. That's for darn sure. And I need to see him, man. I've been a fan for years, and I thought it was going to be this year in Chicago. I thought it was going to be this year, but it didn't happen. Luckily, my guy Endless said, I need Gary, and he needs Yvonne Riss. He was there. The whole Ghost Machine crew was there, and this was like their first year reunion, and so they were all chilling, man. And I was like, man, I wish I was there. I mean, I just wanted to be there. I'm like, most of the Ghost Machine people I'm the biggest fans of, so it's crazy that they all clicked up, because literally my favorite people in comics are on Ghost Machine, and so but those darn sketch variants. IG, somebody, YouTube, let me know how much they were charging for those joints, man. Jeez, I need to know.
Leave it down in the comments.
But there was a lot of stuff popping out of New York Comic Con. Mark, you want to let them know all the stuff that popped off?
Yeah, let's go over a few of the things that me and Mike missed out on. So there was a panel for Spawn 7 that Todd McFarlane's releasing under the Spawn universe. So it's using a book that's using Todd's original design to tell the story of this Hellspawn that was before Al Simmons. Thomas Healy is writing that. Maybe Thomas Healy is the editor for all the Spawn books, and writing it is Mark Spears, or on art is Mark Spears. So that's a little image for you.
Okay.
Going over Marvel, Ultimate Wolverine's coming out. So he is taking the position of the Winter Soldier, and from his design, he looks like he's a little bit of Deadpool and Wolverine mixed together. So banking on a little of the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
And so that'll be so this is what, next year?
Yeah, that's going to be 2025. And then that'll be written by Chris Condon and art by Alessandro Cappuccino. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell his name, man. No one stoned me for.
Is it Cappuccino or Cappuccino? Is it like Wu-Tang, like Capadonna, aka Cappuccino?
Maybe it is Cappuccio. It looks like Cappuccino to me, man.
Man, I'm seeing Cappuccio, but hey, I can be dyslexic. You know what I mean? All right, what else? What else we got?
We got Marvel's new event that's coming out, and they're banking on the popularity of Doctor Doom. So it's going to be called One World Under Doom, and that's going to be the Marvel-wide crossover that's coming out next. And, that'll be cool, man. I'm a big fan of Doom. And hopefully they throw Sanford Green on some of those issues, man. His Doctor Doom is really cool, man. So from DC's side, we got Sig Slayer veteran Jeremy Adams on Aquaman with John Timms on art. That's coming out. And we got over on the Absolute imprint side, we got Martian Manhunter, written by Dennis Camp, Javier Rodriguez. And this is probably the most I'm excited about news coming from New York Comic Con. Absolute Flash, written by Jeff Lemire and art by Nick Robles, man. I don't know, man. I think that's cool. But there's also...
Hold on. Before we go there, before we go to the last ones, I just want to ask the stats for him, because like I said, best comment wins. So right now we're talking about upcoming Marvel and DC titles. If you're on IG, if you're on YouTube, if you want to win these prizes, let us know. Best comment wins. And what are your thoughts? Right now, Mark is saying absolute fast flash by Jeff Lemire. That's kind of crazy. That's what he's most excited about. Then we got, you said this is Mr. Miracle by Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez.
No, Martian Manhunter. Other MM. My bad.
Yeah,
Other
yeah. You got
MM.
MM. Yeah, so MM. All right, so but Mr. Miracle, isn't that going to be by Pornsack? Is it
No.
Pornsack doing All In or something?
Ram V's doing the New Gods.
There we go. Ram V.
So that'd
Ram
be
V.
cool too, man. I don't think that's out yet, but that'll be cool. But yeah, I'm excited for Nick Robles and Jeff Lemire on The Flash, man. I'm a big Flash fan. I think he's the best out of the original 7 Justice League members. He's the one that I'm most excited about, so that'll be cool.
One last thing. What you got?
Or if you guys know anything better that hasn't been announced or that we haven't said, throw it in the comments. Let us know what other hot news there is.
I got something here on IG. Ram V on New Gods. I'm with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. The Kirby.
All right. So what else you got? My bad. I got to keep up with all the comments. Oh, Speed Mike 24. Ram V knows how to write. Cosmic. I'll be good. Okay. So IG is active over here.
So one last thing that came out of New York Comic Con, probably the biggest news that mostly everyone is excited about. They're getting the band back together for Hush. Hush is returning with Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Alex Sinclair, man. The band is back together.
Hush. Yeah. Man, I can't wait. Like this was the biggest news for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hush coming out. And you know what I thought? Mark?
What's up?
We just saw Alex Sinclair like a couple weeks ago.
And he didn't say anything.
He didn't say nothing. Dang. Man,
they keep it under wraps, man.
That was like a freaking COINTELPRO classified document right there. Jeez. Man, we was just chopping them up and we said, is there anything coming up? He ain't say nothing. He ain't allude to nothing. He didn't even sniffle at nothing. Oh, I got something big. I'm about to blow up the internet. Nothing. He just kept it under wraps. Alex Sinclair, man, dang, man. You the first person I thought of. I was like, man, we was just with him. He didn't give us not a Easter egg on an olive branch. Nada. Dang. Hush 2, the sequel. This is, I think it's going to be great. And I think one of the reasons why I think it's going to be great is because I thought, well, one, that they were going to put all their kind of marketing push towards the Absolute Batman because it's the new thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to get people excited about it. But then, I mean, Jim Lee. Okay, just right there. So when you have Jim Lee doing interiors, that's just going to just bring a whole level of quality and just, and just push and machinations and all of that, with his position at DC, but then also him being such a popular artist, it was going to just, it could have been, anybody who wrote the book, but Jim Lee doing interiors again, that was something that's notable. Okay, it's pronounced Spy Mike. Okay, my bad, Speed Mike, Spy Mike. Okay, my bad, Spy Mike. Now I get it, Spy Mike, because every time I see you, you look different. So you a spy. Now I get it. Spy Mike. Oh, duh. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, this dude is like covert ops. He's doing something, man. Is he my handler? I'm trying to think. Is he my handler? Like, like Kanye talking about he has a handler or something. I think Spy Mike's my handler. Man,
he's your handler?
Yeah. Yeah, because every time I see him, he looks different. I'm like, dude, like, I don't know if he's like on the run or something. But anyway, Spy Mike, that makes a ton of sense. Jesus. Okay.
He's Mighty Mike to me. He's Mighty Mike to me.
He's the homie Mike. I didn't know if it was Speed Mike, Spy Mike, KGB Mike. There we go. We got some good names over here on IG. Man, I didn't know what it was, but now I know. And I'm like, okay, now. He's almost like Morph on X-Men. Like, he could be whatever. 1 minute he's Guy Fieri, next minute he, the tattoo artist. He looks crazy. I love it. And I love you, Mike. I love you. But anyway, back to Hush, the sequel. I thought that they were going to, just push it all on Absolute Batman, but then once I saw that Jim Lee's back on Batman, oh man, it's nuts. And then you throw Jeff Loeb, Scott Williams, and the Gradient General Alex Sinclair. Oh my God, it's gonna be excellent. I don't care what the story is about, just getting the comic and getting those guys back together. I'm with it just off that. And that's one of the rare times where I don't care. I just want it to happen because the all-in side of DC is the status quo, right? So the familiar Wonder Woman, Superman, et cetera, is on the all-in side. And so I didn't want them to treat my Batman like a stepchild, okay? That's my Batman. That's my Batman. You know what I mean? I didn't want them to treat it like a latchkey kid. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you pick my kid up on time. You know what I'm saying? You make sure he eats and get nourished like the Absolute Batman side, all right? I want the first
to get big and bulky. You want him to get like Johnny Bravo Batman?
Yes, I want the Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Jimenez first all-in issue or the second all-in issue to sell out just as much as the first Absolute issue. So I'm really excited. This is not happening until March. Stash fam, Mike, my Batman West, Morphin Mike.
You know how many issues that series is going to be?
It's going to be 6 issues. Hush 2 is going to be 6 issues. But okay, Stash fam, this is the question I have about Hush 2. And we're going to go ahead and just segue into the next issue because the next issue was going to be about Batman, okay? The future of Batman, all right? And so now we're here. So perfect segue, Mark. We're done talking about New York Comic-Con. A lot of stuff came out of that, but the number one thing in my book to come out of New York Comic-Con is the Hush team coming back, which made us want to talk about just Batman in general and the state of Batman. So here we are. So continuing on with Hush, right? Hush, what was making me feel optimistic about is the fact that they're putting that push on the regular Batman, and so you're gonna have 2 popular Batman titles, quote unquote. We don't know how it's gonna be. We don't know if Absolute Batman is gonna fizzle out or whatever. We know for a fact all 6 issues of Hush is gonna sell out. We know that. We know that. The Jim Lee got a cult, okay? I think he's a cult leader. He acts all suave and quiet. But I bet you those dinners, those Twitch dinners, that's a cult dinner, man. That's a cult dinner. Them Twitch dinners, yeah, man. I know about them Twitch dinners. And all them guys that be coming out of them Twitch dinners, they never want to say what happened at the Twitch dinner. I'm like, dude, like the Twitch dinner already is over. Can you tell us what happened? Did you get a sketch? Did whatever? No, it's like no one wants to talk about. Anybody that went to a Jim Lee Twitch dinner, say something that happened in the comments. All right, just say something, okay? Because no one wants to talk about what happens at these dang Jim Lee Twitch dinners, and I'm getting sick of it. It's like I'm starting to think it's a cult here, and then everything he does it sells out. So this is gonna sell out, right? The Absolute Batman 1 out of 100 variant, $200, $300 listings right now. It's crazy. So going back to Hush, I keep digressing because I'm just having too much fun here, guys, and I want to see your comments. I'm giving you comment fodder by all these digressions. But we have Absolute Batman, Hush. I hear something in the background. What is that? Thank you.
That is, I think that's a TV on in the background.
There we go. But anyway, the other thing that I want to mention about Batman is the Penguin, dude. Put a fire emojis if you are digging the Penguin on HBO Max. The Penguin is fire. I'm going to say this, and this might be a hot take, Stash fam, but I don't mean to offend anyone. Don't cancel me by saying this. Yes, I'm seeing fire emojis. The Penguin is lit. Okay. but I don't want to offend anyone at the same time by me saying this. I thought that Batman movie was trash. Okay, and I don't say that often, but that was like ambient to me. I tried. It took me like 4 times to watch that movie. Okay, and then I was kind of skeptical on the Penguin because I'm like, dude, are you gonna like snooze me with that Nirvana song again? I don't want to hear it, please. I do not want to hear anybody with, clanking boots in the shadows. I don't want none of that, okay? But you know what I got with the Penguin? I got a freaking gangster flick, man. I love it. That Italian mafia stuff, like Casino and Goodfellas. Oh, I'm getting it. And Colin Farrell. I mean, the guy, I didn't realize he was this good as an actor. But geez, man, the guy is murking things, man. He's the Penguin that we didn't know we needed. You know what I mean? Like, he's totally taking Penguin to a level. I mean, Danny DeVito, who at this point? You know what I mean? Like, this guy is the Penguin now, and he took it and just stole the show. But I mean, it's not just Colin Farrell. The acting is fantastic. It's I mean, every episode has been good. It hasn't been any fluff. What do you guys think? The Penguin has never been this dope. In the Endless said, my boy Chris, the Penguin has never been this dope. Would you agree with this, Mark? What are your thoughts on the Penguin?
Dude, to be honest, man, I haven't watched it yet, man. I like.
Mute yourself. Hey, boo this guy. Boo this guy. This dude's
Wait.
on a topic.
I just haven't had time, man. Wait, I'll watch it when all the episodes come out, man. Wait.
Oh my jeebus.
Give me some time, man.
I'm just joking. No, it's been good. I think it came out, I think the week we were in Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. It's to me, it's the best show on TV. Is there a better show on TV right now, Stats Fam? Put it in the comments. Is there a better show? Put in the comment a show that is better than the Penguin right now that's running concurrently to it. Let me know, because I don't really think there is one. But I could be wrong. Boo, thank you. Boo this guy. Yeah, you're getting crucified in IG, Mark. Boo, okay?
I do like the Batman movie, though,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. I got a hot take over here. Spy Mike is saying that Superman and Lois is better than Penguin. Now, that's a hot take. Now, 2 different shows for 2 different demographics. One's a CW show. Another one's a HBO show where you could do more. I've been watching I've been watching Superman. It's not bad, and it's the final season, and it's like the final season for like all those CW shows, right? The DC ones. But this one is different, Spy Mike. Penguin, man, like they even did a good like crossover with the movie. So it overlapped with scenes in the movie, and it was great. I think the Penguin is winning right now. The best Lex Luthor. Okay. I can agree with that, Mike. I can agree with that. But I mean, is that Lex Luthor better than Colin Farrell as the Penguin, though? No, nobody on the CW was acting that good, or they wouldn't be on the CW. Can we agree with that? I've never looked at a DC CW show and was like, oh my God, this dude should be winning Oscars right now. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't, but don't get me wrong. I love the CW DC shows. Like Stargirl was probably my favorite after the Flash. You know, the first couple of seasons of the Flash, I thought was awesome. But I thought Stargirl kept it closer to like the DC mythos, and I thought that was cool. But it's still television. There's television acting, and then there's movie acting. And Penguin has that movie stuff, man. And I think Penguin got the belt right now.
It's that HBO Max goodness, man. HBO Max, man. Well, it's not even HBO Max anymore. It's Max now.
It's just Max now, but I think Penguin is killing it. What else I have here? I think it's totally worth a second season. I think that the Batman movie is not worth another movie. Okay. I think they should put that, make the second movie about the Penguin.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
Boo me. Bring it on. Bring it on, you bums. Bring it on. I'll take all of you bums. I'll take you all. The Dodgers are in the World Series. I'll take you all. Okay? I'll take it. Okay? Leave me alone. All right?
I like it.
All I got to say is, a lot of people, like I said, it's a hot take. A lot of people like it. I necessarily didn't like it too much. It took me like 4 times to watch it. I didn't like what's his name? Twilight as Batman. I just couldn't. I couldn't.
It made sense. He was a vampire and then he became a bat. And it made sense.
Nah, it didn't. But hey, like I said, it's not my Batman, okay? It wasn't my Batman. So maybe we did get just kind of going back on topics for a little bit, but this actually a part of this topic as well. The Batman and Robin movie that's going to be coming out. I think that is scheduled to come out in 2026. So we got Batman galore. Just when you thought you were sick of Batman, they just hit you on top of the head and gave you a concussion with blockbuster Batman. Like just.
Have you seen the animation for that? Have you seen the type of animation that they're doing for that dynamic duo movie?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you, Mike. It's crazy, man. It's a mixture of CGI and puppetry, and it just looks good.
All I know is I'm getting Damian, okay, and I'm happy that the comic world has came to their senses because everybody was like punch drunk off Punchline a few years ago, and I'm like, how did Punchline jump Damian with the first appearance and all that? And I'm like, and Damian you can get $6.55 for like, $10-15. Now it's creeping up in value as it should, because Damian is a character that I think is going to have legs. They already killed him early on, so I don't think they're going to try to kill him anytime soon, considering that Grant Morrison killed him and then Peter Tomasi had to bring him back. But so that's another big announcement that came out of New York Comic Con is they gave the DC slate. I think the Superman I think the Superman movie is the first one to come out, and it's going to be next year, and then the rest of them are 2025 on or whatever. But the future of Batman, I think is bright. I think the jury, obviously, Absolute Batman, a phenom. I didn't think, to be honest with you, I didn't think Absolute Batman was going to sell like it did. But the fact that it was just, marketing all over the place, it was, if you put Absolute Batman somewhere, automatically go viral, hashtag Absolute Batman. It was just triggering all kind of activity and impressions. So that just let me know that there was a lot of marketing and push behind Absolute Batman. But I didn't realize that you can't even find a first print online at a comic book shop. Like you have to know.
I think it was all the fans though, man. I think they saw the thick boy Batman and they liked that, and the fans just went crazy for it. I'm not sure if
I don't agree with that, man. I got before it released, I saw more negative press about the character designs and the swords and explaining why Wonder Woman needs that big ass sword and Batman has a big ass axe and why is he all burly like that? And so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I saw a lot more negative impressions when people first saw the character designs. Absolute Batman is just an Elseworld take on Batman Year One. I would say the difference, though, Spy Mike, is I think they want this Absolute thing to stick around for a little bit. They said initially that with the All-In and Absolute that there's going to be some sort of convergence at some point where the two universes collide, and we'll see what happens with that. But I don't think that's going to happen right away, because I think you have to have some kind of familiarity with these characters in order for it to move. So I think that it's like an Elseworlds in a sense that it's a completely new take. I don't know if you heard, but this Bruce Wayne has at least one parent, the mother, right? The father's dead, the mother. This Bruce Wayne isn't rich. But I mean, definitely his own roids, man. Somebody give this Bruce Wayne a drug test for PEDs, please. This dude is so jacked. I mean, it's like Opie. He's like Opie, you know. So I'm curious to see this Batman's mechanics, how Nick Dragotta like uses this Batman as far as fight techniques and stuff like that, because it can't be that fast.
Well, before we see a crossover with the main universe, I want to see a crossover within that own universe, and I want to see a Justice League form. Like, I think it's kind of a response to Marvel bringing back the Ultimate line, and it's kind of a new shot at All-Star, like when All-Star Batman and Robin, All-Star Superman. Well, those were supposed to be kind of its own thing, and those were never supposed to cross over. But yeah, this is This is a response to the Ultimate line coming back, and we'll see, man. People are excited.
And you know how it is, DC and Marvel. They take turns ripping off each other, and I mean, the Ultimate Universe was big. I mean, Miles Morales came out of that. A lot of the plot threads from the MCU came out of the Ultimate stuff, and so DC, I guess, is still trying to find those heroes for the future, right? They ever since the New 52, they've been trying to find the new audience, and I get it. The characters get stale after a while. The audience ages up, and then so you have to find a way to revert back. So I think that's one thing that comic book readers should accept, that at some point the party's going to be over with you, and then they're going to reset and then start all over again. And, you know, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, you might like the new direction that they go in. But you never know. And so that's why I always say, you know, you got to just, you know, like the characters, or, you know, find some other stuff that you like. But it's not necessarily that the quality is not always quality, even though I do think that there's a lot of bad comics being written right now. But I do think for a lot of it is that it doesn't really connect with me because they're not talking to me, right? So yeah. I can understand if they were talking to me and they were missing the mark, right? But they're not even talking to me, dude. They're right next to me, but they're not talking to me. So they're trying to talk to this new audience, and we'll see what happens with the Ultimate. Now today, Wonder Woman came out. So the Absolute Wonder Woman came out today. I picked that up. Peace, Chris. Peace, Mike. Thank you for joining us, man. I love it. So I picked up the Wonder Woman, but I'm curious to see, like you said, how this developed. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a JL brewing in this Absolute universe at some time, some way. But tell me in the comments, Stash fam, are you excited about any of these Batman projects? The Penguin, Hush returning with the original cast, Absolute Batman. Did you pick it up? Do you need one? The best comment, let me go back. The best comments win prizes, and I'm going to read more comments. I'm keeping track of the comments. I have 3 copies of Absolute Batman right here to give away to anybody that makes the best comment that pertains to our topics. Any topics. You know, we talked about Comic-Con. We've talked about Batman. We talked about a lot of stuff. And so if you're excited about any of these Batman projects that are coming out, Batman and Robin, you know, Mark mentioned that the animation is going to be fantastic. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comments. Tone Alone is in the building. The best comment wins the prizes.
I know Tone Alone wants to be in this run, man.
We just started.
Chances of winning are high, man. Not a lot of people have commented yet, so throw your.
Here we go. They're commenting. Hold on. There's a lot of comments on IG. See, the Absolute Batman is that thick for the BBLs in Gotham City.
Hey, I think that's top runner right now, man.
That's the endless. Tone Alone, Absolute Batman is epic. Hey, Tone Alone. So I assume you read the issue already. Did you have any issues picking up issue number 1? We're giving away these today. Best comment wins. We have 3 of them. Okay. Before we move on, we're talking about the Penguin. Did you like the Penguin? I thought Colin Farrell killed it. I think the Penguin is the best show on TV. It's the new Miles Morales, Tone Alone said about Absolute Batman. He got a bunch of them. So he managed to get a bunch of Absolute Batmans. But I need to get one signed. I got 2 of them signed, buddy. I got the standard and the Jim Lee signed already. You know how we do. Shout out to Ghost in the Machine, baby. Ghost in the Sound, my boy Kurt Dog out there in Baltimore. He went to the second signing of Absolute Batman at Third Eye Comics. What you about to say?
Kurt's up in the house, man.
Yeah, Kurt Dog is in the house. Kurt Dog is in the house. My man Tone Alone said the Penguin is the truth. I have to agree, man. I think it's the best show on TV. Is there any show better than the Penguin that's out right now? Let me know in the chats. Let us know in the chats. I think the Penguin is the truth, like Tone Alone said. And then also let us know if you're excited about the recent announcement from New York Comic-Con. Batman Hush 2, the sequel. Jim Lee brought the gang back. Are you ready? Southern Comic Geek is in his house. What up, baby? The best comment wins. Do you need one of these? Is what I gotta say. So stick around. We're about to talk about something hot right now. We're changing subjects because the homies are in the building, and we're gonna talk about the third topic: signature prices. That's right, signature prices. How much is too much, people? We're changing the subject now. How much is too much for signature prices? Okay. Now,
who's got an answer, man?
What's up?
Who's got an answer for that?
Right now, this is not, I'm just going to put my disclaimer out there. This is not me killing signatures. Okay. You know, or signatures for signature prices. I'm not killing, paying for signatures, what I'm trying to say. That was poorly said. But I'm not crapping on artists and writers that want to charge for signatures. But the question, Stash fam, is how much is too much? Put it in the comments. Best comment wins. The best comment wins. How much is too much for a signature? And we're going to break this stuff down. We're on Six Layers, so I got some game to spit, okay? But I just need to know from you guys right now, how much is too much?
Mike has been all the way. Mike's been all the way here to Timbuktu to get signatures, man. So this man knows. He knows how people price them.
My books have been places I haven't been. Okay, so we know a thing or two about signature prices, but I need to know in the comments how much is too much for a signature. Now we got Tone Alone over here. Nobody should charge more than 10. Okay. All right. I like that. Do you guys sometimes feel like you're ripped off by signature prices? Like you go to a show, they do a remarkable job of, promoting the show. You try to get ready for the show. And then you get to the show, you're completely unprepared because you didn't know that whoever you was looking for charged, and that's cool. But then you found out they charged an absorbent amount of money where you could probably only get one book signed. Has there been a time where you felt ripped off? Tone Alone goes, I'll be down for the donation buckets. I'll take advantage of those situations. He's talking about like the Heroes Initiative and stuff. $350? What do you mean $350? Like $350?
$350, man. $350.
$3.50 or $350?
$350. You've never heard of that $350, man?
I mean, we're talking about six prices, man. You about to give me a heart attack. $350.
Chris says, been international and got free cigs. I think depends on the person, works for prices. And all you got are variants and the new for $10 off rip. Miss me. I don't know. I'm not sure if Chris is using all his grammar skills right there. Or maybe I can't read, man.
Where'd you see that comment at?
That's on Instagram right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay. I see, yep. Put a 20 in the bucket and get your SIG. So yeah, like I like the Heroes Initiative because it's like you're actually supporting a worthy cause. And a lot of times, I do what I can, but let's talk about what is too much. We need to unpack that because I don't think too much is a specific price. Okay. I don't think, okay, yeah, $100 for a SIG is too much. $60 a SIG, that's a lot. If you're doing CGC, you might pay $100 for one SIG for two people or something. So it all depends. What's too much? But first let's talk about the good old days, because like one of the things I'm in some Facebook groups and I hear people gripe about pricing, and so that's what brought this up. Tone Alone says more money for specific issues is bogus. We're going to talk about that too, Tone. More money for specific issues is bogus. He hit on examples. Something. And then Chris says it depends on what people do. If they're known as a variant artist and that's it, then charge 10 off the rip. I'm good. Okay, so now the stats fam are speaking. They're speaking. And that is exactly how we feel. Okay, so are we being ripped off of prices? Well, I don't know. You don't have to pay. So being ripped off is when you pay for something you feel jip. But I feel like you get ripped off a little bit when you go somewhere blindly and don't know how to prepare. And a lot of us collectors like to prepare. And so when we go in a situation blindly, we have to like over prepare. And then we realize we brought too much because of the price. That's when we feel ripped off. So I think getting a little bit of information ahead of time, artists letting us know how much y'all charge before a show, that helps us because we're not going to complain about that. We're just going to be like, okay, I'm only bringing 3 books or 1 book or whatever. But when we bring like 10 books because we don't know whatever, we don't know how you're going to charge, then that that becomes a problem because we're lugging around stuff that we don't need to lug around. So I think it's really important, artists, to let us know how much you charge every time. Yeah, even if it's at this show, I'm this price, at that show, I'm that price. I know it sucks. None of us like that, but we should know. Why are the voice actors charging so much? Cop them pops. Woo! That's a hot question on IG. Why are voice actors charging so much? Let's talk about that. Now, I think I met, what's his name? Sean Schmel, the voice of Goku, the English.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
This was back 2020, 2021. He was like 60 bones. Okay. So actors in general are expensive. But I think
Jim Lee money.
Yeah. I can't really put a quantitative value on a signature. Like, okay, the actor should cost more than the comic book artist because of whatever. Like, I'm not going to go there because it's just a signature. It's all the same. So I'm not going to glorify all because you were on The Mandalorian and George Genti draws The Mandalorian, right? I think, I don't want to say one is over the other. They're all valuable and people are going to pay for what they think is what it's worth. But what my man Endless said is absolutely right. So let's talk about these rules before I get to the questions here, because Cop Them Pops is cooking over here. I had X-Men 97 signed, #1 signed by the whole cast, and I'm still questioning why I did that. They were charging $60 each. So how many people was that, Cop Them Pops? $60 times how many people? Woo, damn. Woo, $60. Woo.
At least 5, right? At least 5.
How many people? How many people in that cast? That's whew, man. Okay, so here's some things that we just wanted to mention, right?
8 people.
Why would 8 people? Good Lord. Elizabeth. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. 8 people, $60
What do
a
you say?
pop, man.
60 each? What is
Compton Pops need
that?
to adopt me.
480?
But let me explain real quick, guys. Like just a couple things to at least explain something about, the artist. I can't really speak on actors and stuff, but a lot of the more popular artists, that makes these keys from the Copper Age and the Bronze Age, right? A lot of them don't even make comics anymore, right? Like, I mean, occasionally, like they're not in the thick of things. Like Joshua Williamson is in the thick of things, right? Or Daniel Warren Johnson is in the thick of it, right? Michael Golden is not necessarily in the thick of it, right? Joseph Rubenstein is not necessarily in the thick of it. And so, but they're always at shows. So why are they at shows? Because, hey, that's a way for them to do what they do. They're artists. They have a bunch of notable stuff. It's a way to supplement the income, right? And then there's other artists, especially from the States, they don't get as much work. The page rates hasn't increased a lot. So, they have to supplement that income in other ways. So, I mean, these are all things that, we don't think about when we're going to the show, but that's the reality of the matter of why an artist might want to charge, right? And so we have to just, accept that. We don't have to pay, right? But I do feel that if you are charging and you're going to be at a show, at least put a post out there and say how much you charge and if you charge or what your conditions are, because I think that can help us out and we can have a better experience, because there are a lot of grumpy people that show up at these conventions and off the reason of blah, 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 didn't say how much they charge and whoopty whoop. And I brought all of this stuff and I didn't know they were $20. $20 is a lot for a name. Let me read some of this. 8 people: Jubilee, Gambit, Magneto, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Rogue, and Storm. All right, Cop Them Pops. You said it was on the X-Men #1. Did you get it? Slab CGC. Hold on. And then Tone Alone said, Rubenstein tried to Damn, I gotta say it, man, because I said best comment wins. Rubenstein tried to holler at my chick.
Who said that?
Tone Alone.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Gotta watch out for him. Gotta watch out for Joe Rubenstein, man.
Oh God. That's so funny. All right, here we go. That got me right there. Okay, why do artists like Rubenstein and Sam DeRosa that are still going to shows charging extra for their SIGs on their special books? See, okay, so now Compton Pops is making us talk about this other topic right here. Different prices for different books, right? So, Stash Fam, let me know in the comments if you experienced this before. You're looking at a price list, and then, all right, $10 raw signatures, $20 CGC, and then blank comic, $60 raw. Blank comic, $60 raw. Is that what you're talking about, Compton Pops? I'm pretty sure. I think that chafes a lot of people's hide. But why? Why does it chafe your hide, Mark? Why do you don't like when someone might charge differently for a specific book? Why does that suck to you?
It sucks because they price gouge you for that one specific book, and it might be one of your favorite books. I know for Michael Golden, Avengers 10, First Appearance of Rogue, is $40. I know for Andy Kubert, Batman 655, how much is that one? That one's about $40.
Like $60. $60, I think.
$60. I know he does that for the First Appearance of Gambit also. And Scott Snyder, I think, for Detective 880 is now $30. All his books used to be $5. So
Compton Pops. just because it's a newsie and he's charging 25 for a regular. You know what I mean? So newsstands. So sometimes cats charge more for newsstands.
What? Really?
I mean, it just depends. These Copper Age books, you know, they fetishize those barcodes sometimes. You know, but yeah, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just trying to keep up with the comments.
Let us know in the comments which books that people charge high prices for, which specific books, and what prices they charge them for.
But I think the main thing though that's more important is why though. Like is it because somebody is going to get that Batman 655, slab it and sell it, or are they trying to dictate the market? Like, I'm putting value on this book because I think it's important, so I'm going to move the needle on it. I think it's more of that, to be honest with you. And you know what? Of all the books I want to be, I know I'm stupid. 655 was treated like a stepchild, man. I'm glad it's getting the love that it's getting now. Jesus, man, they have Punchline over this? Are we kidding? Are you kidding me? Batman 89 was more than Batman 655 for years. Okay, so I'm with Kubert, man. Kubert had to draw a line in the sand, like, you know what? F y'all putos, man. Damian is the guy. Okay? And he's like, look, pay the 60 bones or keep stepping. Okay? I don't need your funky $60 anyway. You know what I mean? Keep stepping. For the ones that want this, want me to bless this, I got it for you, right? That's what they're doing. Oh, and I didn't slab it. Hey, you know what, Compton Pops? He didn't slab it. Hey, man, that's just an extra racket, man. I mean, you can't get done up totally. You got done up a little bit, and you admitted to it, but at least you ain't getting done up totally. That slab, you would have just felt rain, bro. For every Michael Golden, there's a Kelly Jones or two out there. You know what? Now here is
God bless Kelly Jones.
My man Tone alone with the voice of reason, and which brings me to my next point. Not everybody charges, guys. So I think we have to look at the people that don't and give them props and support their careers even more. You know what I mean? Because I think with that goodwill, good things happen. I think when people try to price gouge you, I think that doesn't bode well. Which brings me to the point that the Endless brought up. New booty creators charging an arm and a leg. Hey man, if your career is only 5 years long and you're charging 10, 20 bucks, kick rocks, bro. And I mean that with all respect. I mean that with all the respect in the world, dude. It's like, dude, if you got less than 20 issues under your belt, I don't care if it's indie, I don't care if it's whatever. Like, man, we're buying your books. We're helping your career right now. You know what I mean? At the very least you can do is break us off a couple pieces. I'm not saying do a whole short box, but a 3. If you new in the game, at least do 3 for free, bro. Like, don't be taking advantage of these good folk out here. Like, if you're a new booty in the game, and I mean that with all due respect, okay, everybody has to pay dues in everything. You know what I mean? You know, we're doing this channel right now, trying to work our way up the totem pole, right? So we're paying our dues. But yo, man, charging 10, 20 bucks, and all you got is variant covers. And what's crazy, a lot of these books are not even worth the $10, $20 signature, right? That blows. So I'm with you guys. There's great peeps who don't charge. I like that. And then hold on 1 second. Compton Pops. I went to Daniel Warren Johnson and Joshua Williamson signing, and they didn't pay anything. Those guys are awesome. Shout out to Daniel Warren Johnson. We're going to interview him tomorrow. And then shout out to Josh Williamson because he's a West Coaster. But what are you going to say?
Cali, man. So you mentioned earlier that some of the older creators aren't even in the game anymore and they're not creating anymore. And so paying for signatures is a little supplement to their income. But there's also people that are still in the game that are older and their page rate hasn't changed since the 90s. The page rate has been stagnant. Inflation has gone up. The cost of living has gone up. and the page rate has stayed the same. So, yeah, paying for some of these signatures does help out your creators. And
See,
paying for art, buying books from them, anything you can do, but
I
don't
can't
price gouge.
I can't speak on the exact page rate or whatever, but I do know that it hasn't gone. It's not sustainable. I've heard
Yeah,
multiple artists say that. I was on Sandra Hope's YouTube, and she was breaking that down, especially like inkers and stuff like that. Like that art form is dwindling with the advent of digital production. So there's a lot of different areas of people kind of not being paid the same as they used to. And so you're absolutely right. These appearances is a supplement. And a lot of times, if you're getting a Bronze Age or Copper Age or Silver Age book signed, or a lot of Silver Age people are passed away, but Bronze Age, Copper Age, those books are pricey, and so I think if you are getting some major keys signed, I think you should break off those creators, man. They paid their dues, and a lot of times they're not really producing comics at the rate they used to, and they're not really producing comics at the in the same way that people make comics today. So it does help them out. So I'm not against paying for signatures. Klaus Janson, I gave him my money. Brett Breeding, I gave him my money. All those guys, Bob Wyachek, Joe Staten, the list goes on. Carl Kessel. We saw Steve Englehart. All those guys take my money. These guys are, help define this genre, and it to me is my honor to help support them. So I'm not speaking from a standpoint of not wanting to pay anything, but my man cocked them pops over here cooking. John Jane charges $40 a sig at LA Comic Con.
John Jang, what?
John Jane, 40 bones for what? Hold on. Time out. Cocked them pops. Was it for a specific book or any signature? That's alarming. Oh my God. Let me know. 40 bones for what? The Bible? What are we doing? Did he illustrate the Bible? What's cracking? What did he do? I'm trying to figure that out. And this is respect. Respect. And hey, if you pay for that, that's your prerogative. But I'm just like, dang, I don't even think I have a single cover from dude. So okay. Tone Alone says most of the books I get signed aren't worth the cost of the sig. That's just how I roll. We just want, okay, and this is we represent the collectors. We do not represent the sellers at all. Now, all collectors sell a little something, but a lot of times they're selling something to get something else. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're not creating a retail enterprise. No collectors, they don't even have the discipline to sell. Most collectors don't have the discipline to sell on a regular basis.
Goes back into the comic economy.
Yeah, it's selling is in your blood, dude. You know what I mean? So like these guys that are selling comics, they would sell you a turd on a stick. If they didn't like comics, they would be selling something. So either you're a seller or you're not. Most collectors, and even the ones that sell, they're more sellers than they are collectors. They may have their little collection or a big collection, and it may be some $1 million stuff, but their outlook on things is way different than ours because they're willing to move stuff that most collectors are willing to keep. So we're talking about people that just want their book signed and they just want to have that moment with the creator, that old-fashioned moment. It's nostalgic. So that nostalgia doesn't go away. I don't care if it's 2024 going on 2025. The fans still want to have that moment, and they go to the comic book shops every Wednesday, and they're and these books are $5.99 now, $4.99 now, $6.99 now, $7.99 now. You can't give us one free book, one, and that's my solution, Stash Fam. Give me flame emojis if you agree with me. Do you believe that all comic book creators at shows should at least give you one free comic book to sign. Do you agree with that? I don't care if it's Frank Miller, okay? Frank Miller has a bibliography of hits. No one wants to just get one Frank. Who just want one Frank? And if you get one free, oh man, then you're gonna want to get a bunch.
You're gonna need another, man.
I think these creators don't see the value in that. Like, we just want to feel appreciated too. The collectors. If you just let us get one hot one off, bro. Let me get one hot joint off, son. You know what I mean? One hot joint. And then everything is cool. I'll pay the $10. I'll pay the $20 for some, not all.
Mike's got dealer mentality. First hit's free, everyone.
Yes, exactly. First hit free, man. And then we hook like crack addicts. Let me get to these comments real quick. We have some comments over here on Instagram. I contribute to the art side more than the SIG side. I know, Endless. Over
Is that
here
Chris?
Yeah, the art side. I know you got an Atrocitus by Doug Mankey. Yeah. I gave Jeff my money for the long Halloweens. And yeah, dude, I did too, man. We both did at Baltimore Comic-Con. But I mean, if you have Tim Sell on long Halloweens, I mean, yeah, bro, I would get those done. So there's certain things that I will simp over, and I did. I simped over Jeff Loeb in Baltimore. Then my man Tony Long, gang has to charge that much because nobody wants his SIG. Damn. Woo! That's crazy. Any SIG on any book he worked on. Oh, $40, period? Man, Compton Pops is killing. I didn't pay for this. I don't like his work. But my man Compton Pops is killing. Okay, my man Martin's in the house. What up? I noticed a few artists at San Diego doing the first free. That was awesome. There we go. Leave it to Martin to bring some optimism to the chat. And that's what it's about, Stash Fam and creators. Creators, I urge you, next show, adopt a one free comic policy. Just one. What's it gonna hurt? If you that dude or that dudette, you got more than one comics people want to sign. If you are Himothy, if you are Shira, if you are Shira or Himothy, then you got way more than just one funky ass book anyway. Give us one book, one hot one, dude. Or you know what? Like you said, Mark, you might get somebody sprung for real. They get that first hit, and now they jonesing. Now they want that Frank Miller. Now they're thinking about Daredevils. They going back in the bibliography. Now they're thinking about Sin City and 300.
Yeah.
But if you're charging $100, $80 off the rip, I think that's gross. That's my personal opinion. But one free comic doesn't hurt nobody. Because if you are as great as we think you are, there's more than just one book. And one book is just ain't gonna scratch that itch. It's not. But it's a good gesture. It's a great gesture. My man Martin just said it. I noticed a few artists at San Diego, of all places. First free. It was awesome. Put 100s in the chat if you agree with a one signature policy. I mean, one free signature policy. One free signature policy. Let us know about that, because I think that can solve world peace right there. I think if all these artists came together and did that the new version of We Are the World, but instead of We Are the World, we are one free SIG, to make a better day. You know what I mean? One free SIG.
That money that we save on the signature, we'll put it towards the world hunger. We'll solve world hunger. All the comic people will get together, solve it.
It'll be this big kumbaya moment. One free SIG. All right, here what the chat say. Anybody know what Frank the Tank is charging at San Francisco Fan Expo? I don't know, Tone, but I would tell you this is more than 50. How much was Frank Miller at MegaCon this year?
Last time I saw it was $80.
$80. You gonna pay for it, Tone alone? $80?
I'm pay for it.
I know he's paying for it. I'm gonna tell you right now. This dude, Mark would pay $500 $500 for a Frank Sig, man. He would do
No.
it. He said $350 earlier. Now I know who would. So there it is. Mark would pay $350 for a Frank Miller Sig. He said it earlier. Scroll up, look in the chat. He said $350. How much is too much? He said $350.
I just trying to be funny, man. I'm just trying to be funny. $350, man. $350.
Man, I don't know, man. Sometimes that's truth and humor. Now, one free Sig can make a lifetime fan. This is what Endless is saying. I agree. That's what happened to me with Dustin Wynn. He did a freebie print at one show on my birthday, and then he followed his work, and then he followed his work ever since then. He doesn't charge, but I grab his stuff. Dustin Wynn has been a champion for the people 4 years.
I love Dustin Wynn.
Dustin
Wynn's
Wynn
great,
is the man. Like, oh my God, like I don't
Pull
think
a piece
Dustin
off the
Wynn,
wall.
Yes, I don't think people know. I mean, I don't think Dustin knows how much the fans rally behind that dude. Not only is he a great artist, great painter, but yeah, his show is always, his table is always cooking. But he does, like, this dude, he's a saint. He's a saint. Dustin Wynn is crazy. Okay, Compton Pop says, what do you think about artists that charge for a Sig and then an extra charge for a special Sig? Oh my God. Hey, Compton Pops, you get to pick whatever one. Whatever one you want. One of these is yours, dog. You already won one because you cooking gumbo in Louisiana right now, bro. You cooking. This dude is reading my mind. So let me
Who's the
say
symbiote artist?
Let me say this for the people on YouTube and the people on IG, because my man Compton Pops is over here preaching the gospel. Okay. What about when artists do the special color Sig like Clayton Crane? I think he started it. And then like Liefeld has one. Everybody has one. I think that's one of the most important things that ever happened in comics. You know, the multicolor Sig, the special Sig. It's like, it's not really artwork, but it's like, okay, hey, you want me to spruce your thing up a little bit more and charge about $30 extra? Cha-ching. So my man Compton Pops, I'm not a fan of that. I think it should be like, you do it special. Like, you do them when you want to like hook a fan up. You want to make them feel special. So like every now and then people have that special Liefeld Sig. I think that's the way to go with it. Don't charge it because that's kind of sleazy. It's kind of sleazy. One. So yeah, you got one. Yeah, it makes it feel special. So like if Liefeld did it for like, you know, special occasions, like a fan says something cool or remembers some crazy trivia stuff from his career or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm about to hook you up, or a little kid, you know what I mean? Something like that. That's the way to go. Don't gouge somebody charging $60, $80 for some freaking paint marker. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about markers. Hold on. ROM number one, $80 sounds good. Paid $100 in 2021 for Frank Miller. This is what he's saying. I'll take the cover. Hey, you got it, Compton Pops. Hey, man. Hey, you cooking tonight. I have to give you some. Some peeps do that. Clayton Crane. That's what I'm saying. I think Clayton Crane was the first one I saw. He had a whole little menu. It was like a pandemic thing. You know, like during the whole, you know, e-commerce, you know, advent. You know, I saw those menus up. Dustin is one of them ones. Protect that man at all costs. Exactly. Man, I think that Dustin Wynn is one of the best. But before we conclude this topic and move on to the main event of the evening, which is talking about markers, guys, and I think it's a perfect segue because we were talking about the specialty SIGs. Did I win one for making you laugh? That one, I don't know. I'm going to. I have to give it. I have to give one away, Tone Alone, because my man Compton Pops was dropping it crazy. So you might win. We still got some you know, some more topics to go. We got 2 more books to give away. This one here is for Compton Pops. Let me go ahead and do a quick little. There we go. Let me change this banner real quick. Best comment wins. Best comment wins a absolute Batman number 1, either a blank or a cover A? Well, one of the cover A's is already won by Cop Them Pops. My man was cooking. Thank you for sticking in here. We got some other controversial stuff to talk about. The signature price is one. Just to reiterate before we change subjects, just to put a button on the signature topics, we're not against artists charging for signatures. One, we just think you should let fans know how much you charge prior to the show. That can help us out. Two, if you're a new booty artist, consider not charging until you get your cake up, because people ain't gonna feel that and they're gonna talk crap about you. So you don't want that. You don't want fans. You don't want to get on the bad side of fans early. That's two. Three, we feel some kind of way when an artist charge one price for one book and another price for another. That's kind of crummy. But I kind of get it, but I don't. I really don't. Okay. Four, the multicolored sig thing is corny, B. It's corny. Stop doing it. Do it for people that love you and you love them back. Otherwise, take that joint off your price list, dude. It's corny. We're gonna talk about it. Just take it off. You know, do it because you love them, or don't do it at all because we think it's corny, yo. And for the people that do get it, we think it's corny, yo. I'm just letting you know. Okay. But to each their own, like I said, to each their own. But I just feel like the extra little thing is like, just do it because you like it. And then finally, fifth, I think we all agree that it doesn't hurt to do one free signature. Jesus, just one. It doesn't have to be a multicolor either. You know what I mean? Or here's a good way to do the multicolor. If someone only had one signature, and that's it, they had no other books, you don't see them again for the rest of the show, you get one thing, that's a cool way. But hey, these are just suggestions. You know, I'm a professional crap talker, so take some of the stuff I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I do feel strongly about the one free six. But now we're going to move on. Shout out to IG. Y'all are killing it. Absolute Batman, I think, because he's keep getting that Rodney and soda. This is killing me. All artists deserve the money. That's what the Endless is saying. And I agree. I'm not against signature. I paid for a bunch of signatures this year. I paid for Jim Lee's signatures. It was $60. But I think there should be some limits. I think there should be some goodwill and some good faith on both sides. I think we all could do better. I really do. Okay. Finally, I am so interested in knowing, Stash Fam, we're about to talk about markers. What are the worst markers for signatures? I mean, what are the worst? What are the ones you see them on the artist table and you start trembling because you automatically start thinking bastards? And one thing, Stash Fam, if you're thinking about bastards before the comic gets signed, that's not a good sign. You got to be in that moment with confidence, or else you might just will a bastard on your hands. And for all the people that don't know what we mean about bastards, we've all had them. If you're a Six Slayer, you had it before. Have you had a smudged signature before? Have you had something happen to your book that goes completely south? Like the wrong person signed the book? That's a bastard. Okay. Now, tonight, we're talking about those bastards that come from the wrong markers or the markers that we don't want on our books. Okay, here we go. Cop them pops. Whiteout or paint pens on a foil. Oh, God.
I've seen people use whiteout, man. I've seen that.
The worst markers. Now, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So do you agree? Paint markers, right, are the worst markers?
That's the dreaded paint marker, man. That's the one that we always fear. We see it, people use it, people like to use it for some reason, man, and we hate it.
I can't stand paint markers. They might look cool, but there's too much TLC you need for them. And dude, I already sweat like like a freaking minister on Easter Sunday anyway. So I got to worry about me dripping on my damn shit anyway. All right. So I got to worry about me dripping on my books. Plus, I got to think about, you know.
You want me to show a few examples?
Not yet, man. Hold on.
Not yet.
Chill. We got time. Because I want to talk about this. Okay. Only person I've had use whiteout would be Bill Sienkiewicz, and it came clean. It took forever to dry. Voice actors are used to using paint markers on Funko Pops. Okay, what? Go ahead. What?
That's because Bill Sienkiewicz is a maestro, man. He can make anything look good, man. He'll do a painting with whiteout, man, on a white canvas and make it look good, man. Bill Sienkiewicz is the best, man. That's why he did that good.
He's a genius. To go with what Copton Pop's talking about, a lot of people use paint markers on pop figures, on the boxes. But the reason why that works well, because they can stand upright and you're not laying things on top of the actual signature. You see what I'm saying? With comics, what a lot of people do, and some of these handlers, some of y'all handlers and people that work to do the comic sketch art, especially y'all, man, y'all have ruined some of my books. Don't touch the people's books. Let the people touch their own books. So if they screw up, it's on their own account. But what's happened to me before, people trying to be helpful, and then they'll take the book and then lay it on top of one another before the freaking marker dries. And then you got a front to back bastard. You got the back cover all jacked up and the front cover all smeared. It's a freaking waste of time. It's crazy. Bill Sienkiewicz and Maestro. My man Mark says, I got to take my paint marker 6 right to the car after it's done. If I'm not balancing pizza boxes the rest of the con. Exactly. Shout out to how they did the Jim Lee signing. Oh, hold up. My boy, he just brought a perfect segue.
Who said that?
Christian said it. Shout out to how they handled the Jim Lee. You know what? Baltimore was one of those great shows. And one of the reasons why was how did they handle the signings? They laid all of the books on these flat foam boards. And so you made them flat. Jim signed it. And then you took the foam board and took it down to a table where you let your stuff dry. And once you think it's done, you rebag and then take your ass home, right? That's the way you should do it. Don't touch the books. Let the owner handle their own books. Don't try to speed up the line because you don't know what kind of markers those people are signing with, and you can create bastards, especially if you're spending money for them. Oh my God, I be wanting to bomb on people, to be honest with you. And I'm a peaceful person. I'm peaceful. But hey, man, if you got a book and let's say you didn't get it off the rack and you had to buy it at eBay for whatever the fair market value is, you end up spending $60 on like a Jason Todd first appearance, something like that. And then somebody throws another book on top before it's dry. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I would try to summon the strength of the Dalai Lama, but it probably ain't going to happen. I'm going to be mad. Well. Oh my God. So paint markers are crazy. But yes, shout out to the folks that they handled the Jim Lee line in Baltimore Comic-Con. That was poetic. That was a highlight of my year as far as signings go because it was so smooth and probably no bastards happened. I don't think handlers should be allowed to touch books, only the guests and the artists. Absolutely, cop them pops. Jim Lee, Bill Sienkiewicz, J. Scott Campbell signing from Torpedo Con has a table on the side with signed books and handlers fanning on them on the books, and we're okay with letting them sit until they dry. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Torpedo Comics, this is Mark 767. Torpedo Comics had 3 to 4 employees working as SIG dryers, waving boards over the SIG at the Frank Miller signing a few months ago. It was great. Yeah, man, wave my books. Give my books some grapes. Treat my books like the Queen of Sheba. That's what we're talking about. Kiss my books' asses. You know what I mean? Suck up to my books. That's what we want. Coddle them. Enable them. That's what we want. But don't stack them on top of wet ink. Don't do that.
Disrespect.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because that'll get our feelings hurt, and then we got to work something out. And so, just to recap, the worst markers. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know the worst markers are the paint markers, and no one said this in the chat, but the other worst markers are off-brand metallics, meaning metallics that are not Sharpies. Okay, do not use those big metallics by BIC, that company that makes the lighters. Do not buy big markers. They are awful, especially metallics. They look weird anyway. They kind of fadey. They get translucent on you real quick. Do not get those cheap ass. Do not cut corners on your babies. Don't cut corners on your babies. That's all I'm going to say. So get the Sharpie. So, I mean, Sharpie don't even sponsor me, and they should. But get you some Sharpies, okay?
We're looking for that sponsorship, man. Yeah, Sharpie, come knocking on our door, man.
Holla at your boys. Nobody bought more Sharpies than me or CGC. That's the other, because I got Sharpies. Look, all right, look at this. Got a box of Sharpies right here, just chilling. There it is, box of Sharpies. I need Cheez-Its to sponsor me and Sharpie to sponsor me, because I hold them cats down like a wrestler. I tell you. Fan them shits, damn it. That's my man Chris is saying. My books are royalty. That's what I'm saying, dude. Kiss my books, booty. I want to feel special. All right. Especially we spent extra money and didn't have to pay for the SIG. At least you gotta, give us a little hospitality, right? So the best markers. So the worst markers are paint markers, whiteout markers, unless you're Bill Sienkiewicz. And off-brand metallics. Any metallic that's not made by Sharpie is trash, and that includes paint metallics. Okay, I just had a book ruined by paint metallic, a thin point paint metallic, and I thought it was dry. Let that joint sit for like 5 minutes. Put it back in the bagging board, and it looked fine. And then when I went to rebag it, the paint stuck to the dang plastic bag and chipped away at some of the SIG. It didn't smear it, but it's chipped. So it looks all dinosauric and, Paleolithic now, because it's all chippy and aged up and petrified. I'm mad. Why use it? So, okay. So here's, I don't want to complain. I want to come with solutions, right? So before we show you these horror stories, okay, we're about to show you some awful, horrific books. Bastards extraordinaires. Inglorious bastards, if you will. We are going to show you. But before we do, I want to give you solutions. Okay, number one, be bullish, okay? If you're paying money for these SIGs, then it should be your choice what markers you use. Give me 100s in the chats if you believe that if you're paying for signatures, it should be your choice for the marker. Put it in the comments. I got another controversial one. What's your controversial one, Captain Pops? Let us know. But also let us know if you're paying good money for these signatures. Do you think you should be allowed to use the markers? What do you think of artists, retailers selling practice books that they block their markers on and try random? Yeah, so that's another thing, Captain Pops, that the Jim Lee line did. Jim Lee, a consummate professional, he has a little scratch paper where he tests all his markers before he signs them. And I want to say, I don't know if he learned this from the great Neil Adams, but I'm going to tell you something. The great Neil Adams, okay, one of the most influential artists of all time in comics. This man would charge you an arm and a leg and 2 lungs for a signature. But guess what this man would do? He would test the hell out those markers before he touched that book. He will make sure you get the cleanest and meanest Neil Adams SIG you can get. And that, my man, so if you're going to pay an arm and leg for something, at least treat the book with royalty, like royalty. And a lot of times I feel, especially recently, the last couple years, I feel like a lot of these handlers at shows are treating people's books like crap, and they're paying a lot of money. Okay, so rule number one: if you're paying for your signatures, it should be your choice. Do not give them the book until they have in their hand the right marker, even if you have to provide it and disinfect it with a baby wipe or something. All right, because some of them don't want that COVID or whatever. So hey, take the heebie-jeebies off the marker and hand it to them, or you put on some gloves or a body condom or something and give them your marker so that you can get the right marker that you deserve, because you're paying for this stuff. So be bullish. All right. So that's one thing. And then the other, okay, I'm going to tell you guys this. Paint markers are only good for one book. So if you get a Bill Sienkiewicz, because Bill is like $20, $25. So ain't nobody coming to Bill's line with a fucking stack or a short box of bills, because they're 25 bones. So odds are people are getting one book signed, and then Bill does this little flowery thing and put his fairy dust on it, and does his his artiste thing, his Bill Sienkiewicz thing. He's a genius, right? But if you get a paint marker, Sig, only one. And shout out to my man Comics 2099. He's a master at that. Sean is a master at that, at getting one paint marker, and that's it. And he babysit the hell out of it. He'll sit there and sing a lullaby to that damn book till it's dry. It's crazy, right? Now, hold on. Compton Pops got some news. Did you know that Bill Sienkiewicz charged 50 bones at Torpedo?
$50.
So that was this summer, Compton Pops, in Glendale? Damn. Wow.
Hey, Bill might deserve that though, man. He is a legend.
Wow. That's crazy. So okay, so I guess I got all the bills I needed then, because I'm not paying 50 bones, right? So back to the rules, right? If it's your money, you decide what book gets signed. If you use a paint marker, only get one book. That's it, right? And let it be one of those Clayton Crane joints. You know what I mean? Make it look special. Get it gussied up. You know what I mean? Get one of the multicolored 4D SIGs that's coming out these days. You know what I mean? And then lastly, okay, and this should be number one, the best marker is the good old trusty dusty black Sharpie, okay?
Old
Try
faithful.
to use these as much as possible. And art direct them. Hey, sign it on the light spot. Hey, pay attention, put it on light spot. Don't be rude like that, but sometimes you do. Okay? Especially paying for money. These joints here, these last the longest, and they're more dependable, and they dry the quickest. So the good old black markers, right? Now, what's the worst marker after paint markers and whiteout? The silver Sharpie is the enemy of the state right now. Silver Sharpies suck. You know why? Because 1 minute they work, next minute they don't. You could get that silver Sharpie moving. It's cooking, right? Next minute you know, it's Ashy Larry on you, bro. Those silver markers might as well be called Silver Larry or Silver Ashy Larry, because those markers, I got more streaky little, it looks like silver dust because it's like faint, okay? And they be brand new markers fresh out the pack. So like silver markers, you buy them, it's not guaranteed, all because it's brand new, that it's going to be a fresh juicy. It ain't going to be a fresh juicy, all right? Silver markers are sometimey, okay? So if you want silver, make sure they test it, and it has to be like solid silver, not that fainty shit, okay? So silver markers, I try to stay away from. I think gold lasts a little bit longer. Am I telling the truth, guys? What do y'all feel about silver Sharpies? Aren't they like finicky as hell?
I didn't know that, Mike. I thought that was another old faithful. I thought it was silver and black, like Raider colors,
Nah,
man.
like Raider colors. Oh hell no! Nah. Now you tripping. Now you tripping.
Silver and black, man.
Yeah, that silver. No, silver and whack is what we used to say. But I digress. Let's keep it about common, right? Now, so Compton Pop said, yes, sir, in Glendale. Bill was charging $50. I have 4 or 6 from him. Oh, my man Compton Pops. My man Compton Pops, bro. He out there. What? See, that's what I'm saying. My man Chris know what I'm talking about. Endless know what I'm talking about. He said them silvers be drier than a Popeye biscuit, bro. Drier than a Popeye biscuit. That's what I'm saying.
He said, what's the solution to silver markers? Or should I buy a pack of resin on top of their stick?
No. And here we go.
Restine on their stick.
I got you, Compton Pops. I got you. Here's the solution. And I'm shout out to Patrick Gleason, the great artist. You guys know him. Did a lot of Spider-Man covers. GL Core Extraordinaire out of Minnesota. Patrick Gleason showed me the hack. What you do with the silver marker, if you want silver markers, you still got to buy a Sharpie, but you don't get the fine tip. You get the fat tip Sharpie markers. Hold on, I have them. I have one. Here we go. Shout out to Patrick Gleason. These are the silver markers that you get. If you want silver, use these. They stay juicy longer. They're still more finicky than the other markers, but they're way more dependable than your average silver marker. These are the fat tip. Look at that. Let me see if this shit still works. I've had this for a couple weeks. Oh, look at that. Look at that juice. That's juice. I've been sitting on these markers for a while, Compton Pops. So I just showed you right now. These been over here on my desk for months. Okay. Usually silvers, you got to throw those joints away after the show. I never keep silver markers. I use them after the show and then throw them away. But look, these fat ones, look at that. And there we go. Memphis Comic Expo. He gave it to me. Donnie gave it to me, so I got to show him. Boom. There we go. So that's this weekend. But I want to show you the marker, though. So a Compton Pops, that's the solution. Get the fat silver Sharpies. These work a lot better. And they're great. They look really good.
I thought you were talking about the really big absolute Sharpie, absolute Batman Sharpies, the ones that are really girthy, the ones,
them thick BBL Sharpies.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yes. Okay. Shout out to the thick joint. See, Endless knows what's up. We was rocking them, and this was something that Patrick Gleason taught us earlier this year at Planet Comic Con when we saw him. He was like, "This is one I use," and ever since then, I get them at Office Depot too. So if you want to know where those are at, because they're probably not going to be at Target, Office Depot has like every Sharpie you can imagine. So if you have an Office Depot nearby, I say, hey, it's even worth the drive to go to one if you're prepping for the show, because you got to be suited and booted and well executed, man. I'm just letting you know. So like, get the right tools. Like, don't trust their Sharpies is what I'm saying. I mean, they're silvers. If you want a silver, bring your own. Don't leave it to the face. So that's the other solution too. Compton Pops. Bring your own silvers, dog. Like, don't leave it to the face. If you want silver, if you that like, color coordinated where you need that silver on that blue background or whatever, bring your own, bro. And then if they're like germaphobes, put a body condom on and then get you some disinfectant wipes with a body condom and then give it to them. And then I think they should be fine after that. But I wouldn't trust wholeheartedly any metallics that's out in the wild. I wouldn't do it. I would bring my own. The black one's fine, but the metallics, no. Gotta make sure the babies are blessed right. Don't have the boo-boos have the winners. Get them thick joints. That's what I'm saying. My man Chris knows what's up, man. We've been in this for a minute, more than a day. Okay, so now is the main event. So my guy, I'm gonna zoom on you first.
Yeah.
Slowly show them these are what you don't want to see at a Comic-Con. The floor is yours, Mark.
All right. So we got this Broderick 30th anniversary. Nice Glenn Danzig. Well, where's this going? Nice Glenn Danzig signature. And Jimmy Palmiotti talks about Glenn Danzig. He has a little story in our interview.
Move it up closer.
But this is what the problem is, and it's a diagnosis of stacking. Bisley's cool, man. Simon Bisley, go meet him. He might give you a beer. He gave a beer to Comic Tropes, Chris Comic Tropes, but man, that's a sign of stacking. Came on to the other book. I tried to clean it up a little bit because you could try to clean up the paint marker a little bit and scratch it off, but it looked a lot worse than that. But still, suffered a bit. So
it's not too bad. You got to show him something worse than that, man. Come on, man.
That's paint marker though, so you can
That's
stack on paint. But the other thing about paint,
there we go.
The other thing about paint marker is that paint marker disintegrates over time. And look, that used to be a nice fat white on Brian Michael Bendis right there in the middle, and just over time it kept on rubbing against the bag and board, and it kept on disintegrating more and more. And man, one day it might not even be there one day.
Put in the comments. Put 100 if you think Bendis has one of the best signatures in the game. Put in the comments if you think Brian Michael Bendis has one of the best signatures in the game. Go ahead, Mark.
And then same thing for this one too. But it also shows you that Old Faithful Sharpies, and like you were saying, the silver one, Scott Snyder's is rubbing off too. Maybe I just need to change the bag and board. Maybe you need to watch out for what bags and boards you're using. But the paint marker on this one's not too bad. That one hasn't rubbed off that much. Hey, Mike, I don't really have bad bastards because I don't bastard my books, man. I'm clean, man. I know I'm rough and rugged, but I'm careful.
I was about to say, man. I mean, your nickname is AKA Rough House. Okay, I don't want to hear it, man. You be putting your books in damn near chokeholds and DDTs and freaking Boston crabs and so you be trying to put 3 books in one bag and board, bro. You be wild. You be wild. You be wild.
I got one last one.
Hold on. Let me go ahead.
So again, Old Faithful, man, black marker. So this is a sign of
who's that?
Mignola, Mike Mignola on the Hellboy cover. But yeah, so I think that one smudged a little bit. I think I threw my thumb over that. Asked him to re-sign it, but yeah, it's right there. You can't really get rid of that too much if you smudge it with a black marker. So
show them that Mignola again. Show them that Mignola again. Keep it there. Yeah, keep it still right there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'll think of that right there. Perfect. Yeah. How would you feel if you got a Mike Mignola bastard on a Hellboy of all things?
This is a super nice cover, man. This is like one of his best covers.
Mark, your nickname is AKA in the IG chats. You're AKA Rough, Rugged, and Raw.
I like that, man. Yeah, I like that.
You're rough, rugged, and raw. All right, now mine, Stash fam. Where do I start? Okay. Believe it or not, look, this how many bastards I have, guys. I'm gonna show you.
Well, you get a lot more volume signed, Mike. That's why too.
Yeah,
Mike is the king of signatures.
I'm an old gunslinger. Okay, where do I want to start? Let's go. All right, let's go with Tony Daniel, because Tony Daniel has been a theme. So I have 3 Tony Daniels. Okay. I love this guy. Tony Daniel is one of my favorite artists ever. One of the main writers on Batman when Grant Morrison was doing Batman. I love him. Okay. But I keep getting bastards from him. It sucks on books that I really be wanting. Okay. Now this first one here, This is kind of like your Bisley. It's not too bad.
That's a paint marker.
No,
Oh
this is
no,
a
it's
black marker. See,
Old
right there in the
Faithful black
middle,
marker.
right there in the middle, it got smudged because he was trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
He didn't let it dry. And I said, I got it. He's like, no, I want to help. He put this in this. I kept it in this bag. Okay. He put it in too soon, and the bag caused a smudge. So this is a rare occasion when the black ones didn't dry. And so, regardless, all markers need time to dry. As I always say, you have to let it marinate. You got to let it marinate, all right? Got to let your ink marinate. Got to let it marinate, okay? I don't care if it's a black marker or a paint marker. Give it its time to shine, all right? Now, here's another one. Tony Daniel. I think this is my first bastard. This is with a black marker, too. See that smudge? And I'm mad because I still got to get this book signed again.
Again, against the bag?
No, this one was he put a book on top of it. And then I didn't know it. And then it smeared with the movement with the book on top. So there's a book with some black spots on the back cover. I don't know which one it is because this happened in 2017. So I've been having these. And that's another thing, Stats fam. Keep your bastards. Keep every single one of them. Okay? Because they remind you to stay on your toes. Look at that ugly ass shit, man. And these are with black markers, okay? So both situations, people putting books on top of my books before they dry. I recommend having a fan on you. I use mine to cool on the baby shine to dry quicker. So yeah, maybe one of those little small little handheld joints. Maybe. All right, here we go. Now it's about to get real ugly, guys. What would you do with this? This is called Bloody Daniel. All my bastards have nicknames. This bastard is called Bloody Daniel. Look at this.
Did he re-sign that for you?
Okay, you could tell, huh? You could tell that he tried to fix this. How do you fix this, Mark? You can't fix this.
Hey, that's a specialty sig that you got for free, man. That's like the Rob Liefeld blood spatter, man. That's
this is brutal.
Clayton Crane, brutal. Man.
This is Batman R.I.P. These are variants, man. These are hard to find, man. This is from Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con 22. Look at that shite. Now,
it's a specialty sig.
How did this happen? I'm going to tell you. This wasn't his fault. One of the people at his booth took this book and then put another book on top and it smeared. And you can tell this is paint. Yeah. That is some, that hurts my soul. Now,
we do love Tony Daniel, though.
Now, okay, it's Stasham. I have to ask this question. Have you ever had tried to go and get the same book signed and you get two bastards on the same book? So not strike one, but strike two. Okay, here's the first one by Jock, Black Mirror. See that right there? Let me see. There it is.
Move up.
It's
that
right
one,
there.
Okay.
In the middle, he put his thumb in there. You can't see it from there. Okay, I'm going to show you another one because he did the same thing the next year. Where's it at? I hate that this StreamYard makes you go backwards. So I'm there it is. Right there. It's
There's
right
a thumb
there.
in there? A thumbprint?
There's a thumbprint right there. So on two of the same books, these are the same books. You can't really see it from here, but they're bastards. Two of the same books. But wait, there's more. Another job. Oh, this one's more legible. See that there?
Yeah, in the middle, right there.
I have three of the same exact thing. I don't know if I thought he was shading me. I thought he was doing it on purpose or some shit. because I would get it in the same spot. I got 3 in the same effing spot, bro. 3 separate years. I thought this fool had a hit out on me, yo. This fool had a hit on my books, yo. Oh, man. Come on, Alex. Alex Sinclair said I got an ugly stain on my shirt, and he talking about them Dodgers.
Oh, no, Alex. Come on, man.
I
Support.
love it. Hey, I love the Gradient General, man. I love him. Hey, man, you guys got us last year in San Diego, so that's what I'll say about that, Alex. But I love you to death, man. Thank you for commenting, man. That made my night. That's awesome. Go Dodgers. I wore this for all the haters, by the way, but not too many people hate on the Dodgers unless you win San Diego. Now, okay. Speaking of the Gradient General, Alex Sinclair, the Houdini of hue, the commander of color, the titan of tonality, my guy, he did this cover, right? Now, look, my man, Alex Sinclair, I don't got no bastards from him. None. I'm batting 1,000 with him, and we go back. But Jim Lee, I have his thumbprint. I don't know. This might be worth something. That's why I'm keeping that. Maybe I can get to his house with this. Maybe he has like thumb recognition or something. It's a security system. Maybe I can get me a couple pages. Look at that, dude. That's awful. Look, it's signed by everybody, too. It's signed by everybody. You got Cho on there. Not Cho. That's Jim Chung, Scott Williams, Alex Sinclair. But look, I got to mention, too, that the Scott Snyder is kind of fadey. He went over, but I was cool with that. I was willing to live with the fadey Snyder, but then I remember this is Batman Day 2018. Jesus, this was all done, and this was a free Jim Lee sig at Vroman's bookstore. He was with Andy Kubert.
At Vroman's, really?
Yeah, in Pasadena, 2018. Yeah, dude. Who wants a Jim Lee sig with a thumbprint? Jimmy Thumbprint. Alex said I'm rooting for the umpires. Oh, hell no. He is hating. Stop with the hate, Alex. Come on. At least it's Cali. Come on, man. California love. And it's the Yankees. It's the Yankees. You wanted to go with the Stankies? Oh, come on, Alex. You're breaking my heart here. Come on.
You got to band together against the East Coast.
It's Cali, man. We got to huddle up. Jeez. Okay, not the iPhone. Okay, here we go. Oh, my boy Shinte. Here we go. My boy Shinte is in the building. This is for you. This is for you, DC Shinte. The worst one ever.
Todd McFarlane. What is that?
All right, I need the fire emojis. Give me the fire emojis for this one. Give me a fire emoji if you think this is crazy.
How the hell did you do that?
Compton Pops, my next con is Memphis this weekend, and then MegaCon after that. But I'll be in San Diego. Looks like he sat on that after the signing. Oh my God. Okay, give me fire emojis, guys. Todd Sig better than no Sig. I know, right? You think it's better than no Sig? Oh my God. Diesel Dan is in the house. Oh my God, this is horrible. Give me fire emojis. Give me fire emojis, guys. If you would still rock this, should I get Greg Capullo on this?
I like it, man. Yeah,
he get Miller on it. Oh, I'm getting fire emojis. I'm getting fire emojis here. Oh my God,
Miller on it too or no?
Hey, Alex Sinclair says it looks like he sat on that. No, okay. You want to know the story? My boy Marcos. He fumbled it, man. He fumbled it. He let somebody, stiff arm him or something. And this slid, man. This was bad. Ask Greg to smear his too. Alex is cooking tonight. Oh my God.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Yeah, ask Miller and tell him to.
Okay, all right. Now, hold on. Alex Sinclair just messed around and said something that was actually great, and he was joking. I'm gonna do that. Todd McFarlane smeared. Oh my God, the fumble hurts. See, thank you, Endless, for bringing it back to reality. This hurts, guys. You guys are making fun of me. I know you guys are making fun of me, but this hurts. Okay. I might still do the Greg Capullo smear thing. I think that's kind of genius, but God darn it. Okay, so I had to get this signed all over again. I do have this signed over, and it's signed by Frank Miller, Greg Capullo, and Todd. But damn. Oh my God, it looks like the Dodgers. Wait a minute, hold on. Did y'all get shut out like 2 straight games? Oh my Lord. Alice Sinclair is crucifying me tonight. Oh my Lord. A smear remark. Picasso smear SIGs. You
They'll
guys
charge you extra for that.
You guys are trying to really turn this lemon into lemonade tonight. You guys are really, really trying to make me feel good about this. I'm still mad. Okay, I had this book since 2018. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, this was the help me if I'm wrong, Marcos. This was the Venom release party. So Venom 1. Todd McFarlane was at Golden Apple. He showed up, and all these vultures. I gave this to a rookie, and they took advantage of him. This is what I get, but I think you guys just made this book legendary. And so I'm going to take the advice of Diesel Dan and the Gradient General, the Sultan of Shade, Alice Sinclair. And the next time I see Greg Capullo, aka the muscle man, I'm gonna have him smear this to go along with this hot toddy. Is this a hot toddy? Because the video Marcos afterwards killed me. Yes. Oh, I forgot about the video. Oh, there's a video of this. I gotta dig this out. I'm going to show you guys a video of this. Yeah, I have it on my other phone, but I'm definitely going to show this. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Guys, what a night. This was fantastic. Alice Sinclair popped up. All the homies popped up. This is what I'm talking about. IG is cracking. YouTube is cracking. We cracking. I love it. The Todd Father. And then we got El Gria. Who ruined it? Well, let's put that up. Who ruined it? I'm going to tell you who ruined it. El Grio. A guy by the name of Kid Impulse. Okay? That's his name. Kid Impulse. Blame Kid Impulse. Okay? There's a real Kid Impulse, not in the DC Comics pages, but in real life. Diesel Dan says he loves it, making a bad situation good. This dude is an endless well of optimism. I love Diesel Dan. It's great. This dude is one of the best members of the community. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow Alice Sinclair's advice, Diesel Dan's advice, and we're going to make this a smear campaign.
I'll take it to SF with me, and I'll see Frank Miller.
An official smear campaign, guys. We're going to turn this into the only smear campaign worth promoting. So, yes. Guys, okay, so now we have prizes. I have 2 more for all the people in the chats. I'm giving away these right now to the best comment. The best comment wins. Let me put that up. Best comment wins. Okay, here we go. I'm about to roll through. So we're about to give these absolute Batmans away. Okay, well, one of them got given away by Cop Them Pops. My man was dropping so much knowledge tonight. This dude, oh my God, hold on. Batman Spawn only smears. Man, they're cooking. Smear. You guys, I love you guys tonight. You guys are killing it. Dang. Okay, so Cop Them Pops was dropping mad knowledge. So this is yours. Please DM me after the live so I can ship this to you. You deserve this. I don't know if you know this, but Absolute Batman #1 is sold out everywhere. So I'm giving these away. Especially if you want to get a sketch done. So here we go. I have 2 of these left. The next winner gets to choose which one they want. Do they want the sketch cover or do they want the cover A? Which one would you get, Mark, if you won?
I always like cover A. You know me, man. I'm simple, man. I get
Cover
cover
A.
A.
Okay, so here we go. I'm about to go through these. There was one. Okay. Number one, fire emoji if you need. Fire emoji if you need one of these, by the way. I want to give these to people that want them. So fire emoji if you need an absolute Batman number one. Fire emoji if you need it. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay.
What?
El Grillo Maniscal. YouTube. He wins one off the rip. YouTube is clowning y'all. Spawn Batman. The Diddy smear. I love it. Okay. I love long hanging fruit. So El Grillo, which one you want? If you're still in, which one you want? Or I'm gonna let the next person win. The disrespect. What's the bounty on this? Oh, El Grillo here cooking too. All right, so here we go. I have one more. El Grillo wins one of these, but if the blanks.
He wants the blank.
Okay. So
yeah, that one.
So on YouTube, El Grillo, you get the blank. Please DM me so I can send this out. So that means I like this. The last comment that I'm going to pick. El Grillo got one, and I'm definitely going to IG with this one because IG was active tonight. I'm gonna keep this up, and I'm just gonna scroll down. There was some funny ones. There were some good ones. Allison Claire, I'm looking at Allison Claire hating on me. He don't need it. Compton Pops already got one. Ooh. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, Chris was saying some pretty funny stuff, man, but
there was one. Hold on. Yeah, there was one. I want to read it verbatim.
I liked his stuff when he said.
Okay, hold on. I want to give. Hold on. Let me put Mark up real quick. All right, Mark. Was there a comment that stuck out to you? I have one here. If you make me reconsider, I might. Hey, no problem, El Grillo. You're welcome, man. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Matter of fact, everybody subscribe. Everybody like something. Subscribe to something right now. We're out here cooking. The 6 Layer Station. We got Ron Mars coming up. We're interviewing Daniel Warren Johnson tomorrow. We got Kyle Holtz on the process featuring David Barron next week with the published DC variant cover that no one has ever seen before. You'll see it for the first time on the 6 Layer Station. You can't even see it on the internet. That's what I'm saying. We're killing it. So please subscribe to the 6 Layer Station. Was there a comment, Mr. Mark? By the way, lovely hat. I love your hat, man. You bring it every time. Yes, sir.
You know, man.
What was your comment?
I like Drier Than a Popeye's Biscuit. I like Mike's BBL, Bastard Book Lore. I like. Who said fan my books? That was Chris, right?
Yeah. Hey, Drier Than a Popeye's Biscuit. That was.
Man,
okay.
Chris has been keeping the party going.
I think Drier Than a Popeye's Biscuit, because I was gonna go with Rubenstein tried to holler at my girl, but that didn't pertain to the topic. Drier Than a Popeye's Biscuit pertained to Ashy Larry silver markers. So let me zoom this up. The Endless Collection, you win this. Okay. Cheese, Drier Than a Popeye's Biscuit. That was what we needed. We needed to hear that because it was the perfect reinforcing statement to really bring home the idea that you really should use the silver Sharpies with caution. You don't want to be using those silver markers as carte blanche. You want to test them out. And if you do, get you one of these. These silver markers are the best. They have a bigger felt in the middle, so they absorb more ink. So you get more bang for your buck with these. So get these, and also mention they're at Office Depot. You get more choices, even more than like a Michael's. So like for Sharpies, go to Office Depot, more over Michaels. And Sharpie, holla at your boy, because I'm saying do not use any other metallics other than Sharpies, or they're trash, even paint markers for comics. Okay, now please, winners, endless comic collection, El Grillo, and Compton Pops, please contact the 6-Layer Station or Stash Word Comics on IG. Please, let me see if I have that up. I don't have that up. So 6-Layer Station, you're there on IG, on YouTube and on IG, Stash Wars Comics. Please DM me so I can send these books out. I'll get them to you right away. And thank you guys for commenting. That's all for our show, guys. Man, this was fantastic. Please subscribe. I have some announcements I can't even make yet. The 6-Layer Station is going to be popping. It's where you guys are going to want to get a lot of your comic book content, because it's all about the collector's experience. So if you want to hear things from a collector's experience versus a retailer experience, right? Like a hot list, by the way, guys, a hot list is for the sellers, not the collectors. The collectors are happy that they already have that book that's in the hot list in their collection. They're not trying to buy one. You know what I mean? So understand the tricks of the trade. We're here for that. And some lives we will have professionals. We will have pros. So you will be able to interact with some of your favorite creators in all of comic land here on Stash Wars Comics and the 6-Layer Station on YouTube. So please subscribe, like the video, share it, please. And thank you for rocking with us. Peace.